What is up, guys? Alright, so I got trigger happy and I actually pulled the trigger on this. Why? Well, my buddy, we were talking a lot about drag racing. It's something I've never truly have done, like actually do a legit drag setup and do maybe 80, maybe 90 miles an hour from the dig. I've never actually wanted acceleration with any of my speed cars because they're meant for speed, not acceleration. But this is going to be interesting. It really is. Now, this might be a mini review, but it's also going to be my input, because the last time I opened a brand new Traxxas vehicle was 10 years ago. Now, I'm going to be doing a little bit of explaining here. Now, before you think, oh, is this body pre-cut? No, it's actually because I'm in the middle of moving and I was bored and my Dremel drill was on me. So actually I made these little vents. So what it does, the faster the car goes, it's actually going to create a vacuum inside the body and suck all the hot air out. Unless if I cut a hole here, it's actually going to act as just a regular air chamber. It's going to suck air in and push air out. So either one works, but I'm not going to get distracted. Now, first impression, I've owned a Traxxas Rustler that was brushed with the yellow XL5 system. That is what I started out with 10 years ago. Now, just starting out, this is what I noticed. This thing is capable of 70 miles an hour, which is pretty impressive for out of the box, but it's not really out of the box because battery and charger not included. Now, why I like that is because I will not be using a nickel metal battery with my cars. It's just pointless nowadays unless you have like a child and you're just starting them out, and that's a really good feat. But lithium is just the way to go now. But I'm not gonna get distracted. Out of the gate, if this thing's doing 70 miles an hour and if I flip, I guarantee these things are gonna break. That's just out of the gate. But I'm probably just used to the 1/8 scale ARMA shock towers where they are flat out aluminum, and they are, you could flip it at 100 miles an hour and it would only bend a little bit. But other than that, it saves the complete chassis if it was aluminum. That's one problem that I see, and same thing with the back. I'm not putting much effort. Another thing. This wing is actually pretty cool. It's different. It's something that I've never dealt with before because I've owned a Rustler. A Rustler isn't set up like this. But other than that, the wires just go in and they're crooked a little bit, so when you push it in, it actually grabs onto the plastic inside. Now, I'm trying to get away from the sun here. What else? Oh, this is one thing I want to talk about. TSM, Traxxas Stability Management. Now, I understand that, Traxxas innovates and whatnot, but I don't know why they have to sue the balls off of Hobbyco and expect to not get backlash on this. Spectrum, who is a product of Hobbyco, came out with AVC 6 months to a year before TSM, and it has the same purpose. That's not innovating. That's just taking the same stuff in a Spectrum receiver and actually making it work with a Traxxas remote. It's nice that they do that, but it pisses me off how dog eat dog world in here. And I can understand if Spectrum's afraid and if they want to avoid the confrontation. But, what is good for the goose isn't good for the gander? That's my question. That is one thing that actually annoys me. But, not going to really get into that, but that's another thing of how I feel. Alright, back in the shade. Now, as you notice, there's no receiver. Actually, my buddy wants it, so we're actually going to work out something with that. ESC motor. What I do notice, because I actually upgraded to the brushless 2-pole Valinian ESC and motor way back when, when they only had 2 poles and whatnot. But I noticed that there are new capacitors, and that's a good thing. I noticed that the heat sinks, instead of going this way, they're actually going, my way, they're actually going vertical now instead of horizontal, of what I'm what my VXL system is. But it broke, and they wouldn't warranty it because they wanted me to upgrade to their 4-pole system, and I'm not spending $190 on a 10 scale system that performs average. Yeah, so this is 4 poles, so you're gonna feel the little boom, 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 boom when you roll it, and that's nice. You know, it's good that they upgraded. But I'm selling the system. It's brand spanking new. I have never ran it before. 135 shipped to your hands if you're in the U.S. Because I'm gonna be putting something bigger in there. That's all. You know, I have nothing against it. Truthfully, I would run it because the waterproofing is really well and it's pretty durable. But you know, I have an original Castle 1717. You know, the thing is that thick, so I'm going to have to do some modifications to the rear transmission to get that thing in there. But what I want with drag is torque, so that's my point. So yeah, this is going to be sold. The remote and receiver is also going to go to my buddy. But yeah, you know, this chassis, it's a very famous chassis. You know, it belongs on the Rustler. It basically is a Rustler, you know, with the exception of the arms and the how wide the A-arms are. What else? But yeah, you know, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. You know, I can't hate on Traxxas that much because I started out with them, but you know, they were different 10 years ago. They were totally different 10 years ago. If you guys can relate, if you guys were in this 10 years ago, you know, let me know how you feel. I'm actually curious. I don't mean to raise any hate, because believe me, I started out with these cars, and these cars were the best thing in the world. But the first time I touched an Arrma 8th scale Typhon, it's changing. It does not feel weak at all. But, you know, for a 1/10 scale, going back to that, you know, it's all good, you know. So other than that, that is it. So yeah, again, with the body holes, I actually have my Dremel drill in with me inside the house because I'm moving and there was nothing else to do. So I thought I'd just cut that out a little. Now, as you can see, obviously, I am moving. This is where I used to work, and well, there's nothing there. Only have the mattress to be on right now because I'm moving out today because we had to take the mattresses last, but not going to get into that. So yeah, just wanted to explain a little bit, some whys and hows and whatnot. But yeah, you know, it's pretty nice. It is, you know. Anything else? Well, I might want to get a clear body and have my buddy hydro dip it, like what they did to my Typhon, holographic, this and that. I totally want to get that done, and it's cool because it's only like a $20 body that you could get for the Bandit. That's on Amazon or something. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. That's just a little bit of input and review. You know, I'm happy that I finally have a Bandit. It's been something I've definitely been wanting to build up. Now, I'm not going to be telling you exactly what I'm doing aside from the big block, because I kind of want it to be a surprise, because I'm going to do things my way. When I do this, it's gonna be different, and that's what I like to do. That's why I have a double-decker wing on my Italian, like there's 2 carbon wings on top of each other. You know, I don't know, it might be active. I might have an active wing up in front to help me start off, you know. But we'll see. We will see. But right now, I can't do anything. I'm kind of moving, so probably gonna start next week. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.